Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Right to the air is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson slings this deep from McLaurin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 27, Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett now from the gun here. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Pickett back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began. And they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson dancing to his left. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks at Taylor's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Pickett. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. After the pick six, here's Pickett to try again. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Pickett. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4.
I mean, that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 61 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw brought in by Austin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got him in, it's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Eckler, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw again with Pickett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Pickett. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
It's hard to be surprised at the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 1 second, all that remains. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they say to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Pickett. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Pickett will look to throw it here. The quick slant caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Well, we're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Hey, little. That's it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 7 yards there and a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's gonna go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get the momentum going again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Pickett. That's into the hands of Eckler. That almost, but not quite, needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. And he finds Austin complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's Pickett. Throwing the out route, he's got Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pickett now on 1st down. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Pickett back to throw. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. This time Jackson will throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the statement justification.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a